We're doing our fantasy ads of the week here. And I'm gonna open up the floor to Christopher here. Who is your fantasy hockey ad of the week?
Right out of the gate here, it's Jared McCann. I feel like a lot of people forget that he exists, which is fair because he plays in Seattle. He's had some injuries this year, but he has 26 points in 28 games, 14 goals, 12 assists. He's doing the Lord's work here, really. Against Washington, 4-point night, right? So it's right fresh in the memory. Only 41% owned. Now, granted, he is listed as a center. That's not what he plays. He has dual position eligibility, though, which is important. If you're trying to, get him into the lineup somewhere, he's not going to take a ton of faceoffs. He's not throwing his weight around. He's not blocking shots, but he is doing the thing that we want hockey players to do, score goals, rack up points. And Seattle needs somebody to do it because despite missing, he's played basically half the games. And he's sixth in scoring on his team. So that kind of tells you the depth of the Seattle Kraken in general. If he can stay healthy, which again is a big if here, solid run down the stretch can probably help your fantasy team in the playoffs. There are worse options out there than Jared McCann. So if you need a body, he is one that is worth keeping an eye on.
Skating on that top line with Matty Beniers and Jordan Eberle. He's on the top power play running the point next to Vince Dunn there. So, yeah, I mean, listen, that's in Seattle. I know that we'll talk more there. They are more of a traditionally under team this season, but they're hanging around. They're playing good hockey. They're going to be in the mix for a playoff spot, unless, things go really south for them here over the next couple of weeks. But, yeah, McCann got back in the lineup and kind of picked up where he left off. Now, Ant, who do you got for this week?
I'm heading to your hometown around San Jose and picking up
current town, not my hometown.
Okay, all right. Current town. You're supporting that team right now, though. But so Alex Nedeljkovic, right? Did I do that correctly?
You did. Nedeljkovic.
Okay, perfect. Yes, goalie. He is 8-6, I think it is, in his last. I'm sorry, no, he's 10-8 this season for San Jose, but since the beginning of January, he's 5-1. He's getting a good batch of games here. I think they're just going back and forth between him and Askarov, and I think that's a wise pickup if you want to get some games in here. He's coming up to going to be playing. Vancouver's coming up. I'm sorry. He's not playing tonight against Edmonton. No, they got Calgary and Chicago coming up in the next couple of games, so that's going to be a nice way to throw him in there. And if you need a goalie, because right now it's either your goalies stink or there's not enough out there, and you really have to scrounge for some goalies. And I think this is a good ad for now. I mean, things can change. Obviously, the winning streak could go away, but he's 5-1, and he's won his last 5 games in a row. He'll get you the saves there and the save percentage as well.
No, it's going to lead into mine, which is not a specific player, but because you brought Nedeljkovic up, and it's an excellent example of if your team is clearly a team that has a 1A, 1B where they alternate goalies, or it's like 2 starts, 1 start, 3 starts, 1 start. Now's the time to start picking up those handcuffs. And there are teams where like Anaheim, Lucas Dostal, he's the guy. He's going to be the guy to get. So that's not, but the Sharks are a perfect example because over the past month, while we all thought it would be Askarov 1, Nedeljkovic 2, it's kind of changed a tiny bit lately because of the way Nedeljkovic has been playing. So yeah, like a team like San Jose where they're winning games and they're rotating both goalies, that's a team you absolutely want to get the handcuffs in situation for. Even Detroit, I know Cam Talbot's bad and they're rolling with John Gibson, but Gibson gets hurt. They're going to have to lean on Talbot. I don't know if they're going to go and give Sebastian Casa a ton of work, but if it's a team like Boston, they play Korpisalo a decent amount. If it's a team that wins, like I won't recommend Calgary because yes, we know Devin Cooley's going to get starts on the road over Dustin Wolf, but even Columbus, Rick Bowness seems to like playing Merzlikins. Jet Greaves is the better goalie, we think, but those are teams that like have the handcuffs ready because once you get to the stretch run, trying to get into the playoffs and beyond, you really want to start like Anthony talked about. It's just a poor state of goaltending overall this year. You can try and stream guys, which I don't recommend. I'd rather just know that like I have a decent handcuff on it from a good team, and every time they play, I've got their guy. That's the thinking.
Yeah, stay far away from Calgary. Just I'll tell you that. Even Dustin Wolf, because he gives up 4 goals a night. Like it's just automatic that he's going to give up 4 goals. I was torn between Nedeljkovic as well as Dobish, but he doesn't get the split right now that Nedeljkovic is going to get. And also out there right now would be wise to pick up is Charlie Lindgren, because Logan Thompson's out right now, so Lindgren's going to get most of the game. So if you want to pick him up as well, there's another name.
Florida with Tarasov, they're going to play him down the stretch. Hasn't been a good year for Bobrovsky. They may try and get. I mean, geez, for a goalie, he's like rail thin when he takes that gear off. I think we've all seen that picture by now. So, like, yeah, Tarasov, that's a good one right there. We said Columbus. You mentioned Lindgren right there. Even the Islanders with Riddick. I mean, yes, Sorokin's the guy, and they're going to play him, but they're going to want him rested for the playoffs. So you're going to want, like, they've been playing Riddick enough that he's worth a spot. So those are definitely some options to have.
Definitely towards the end of the season that you're going to see a lot of these guys rest so that they could get ready for the playoffs. So it is wise, especially, I mean, this has been one of the worst goaltending seasons for fantasy hockey. I mean, it doesn't matter who you have. Like even some of the top guys have had some rough outings out there. So you just, not to stream them like you said, but just be aware of who's out there, especially if someone goes on. Even if you just need it for a pinch, just check out who's out there. If you need one goaltender or whatever, it's wise to keep up with all the goalies right now, because it fluctuates right now.
Seattle and Edmonton, another 2 good teams that you should be. Dallas with Ottinger and DeSmith. Ottinger has, I know he looked all right against St. Louis the other night, but one of us could probably put a decent night between the pipes against the Blues. Minnesota, we talked about in previous episodes how Wallstead and Gustafsson are 1-2 alternates. Like those are, Colorado, if you don't already have it at this point, the Wood brothers, Blackwood and Wedgwood. So yeah, make sure you're gearing up and getting ready for playoff runs and shoring up your goalie categories. Now,
I have all the wood in our league.
You do have all the wood in our league.
I have all the wood. All the Blackwood and Wedgwood is all mine.
I may have to make a move for Wallstead if you're Chris Wassel, you're watching. I'm interested. So let me know.